With the energy crisis at the moment, you may be looking at installing solar and batteries. And if you are thinking of doing that, then you need to watch today's series of videos, because we're going to tell you how you can get 15p a kilowatt hour, and that's not even the highest you can get for any exported solar from the grid, and why some engineers might tell you that you can't have a bigger array than you can physically fit on your roof. Now, currently the government price cap is 35p a kilowatt hour, which means solar payback is the best it's ever been. In fact, so much video top right about how that is so good at the moment. However, if you are having solar fitted, you might be thinking, should I get any more panels? Should I fit extra more than I need? You definitely want to be looking at more solar. In fact, the most expensive part of most installs is the actual scaffolding and the time of getting that engineer out in the first place. Once the scaffolding's up, most panels only range from around about £150 a panel, and that's for a really decent 400 watt size panel. So having some extra panels fitted while your scaffolding's up there, you're only really going to need a bigger inverter, but you might have been told that your inverter can't be bigger than 3.68, which we'll get to at the end of this video. But let's look at some other mechanics around getting this 15p kilowatt hour. Now, typically you want to have enough solar that you have enough to cover the generation from the times you're in. And if you're having batteries, you have enough solar to fill those batteries up winter and summer. And usually you don't want to fit any more because you don't really want to export any of the energy because it's usually so poor. Well, if you're having enough batteries put in, and by the way, there's a series of battery reviews coming soon on my channel, you can fill those batteries and you could export them at a later time in the day, which we'll explain on one of these tariffs, or you can export at the time of generating it. Now, firstly, this deal is available to Octopus customers only. So if you're not an Octopus customer, you can't get the 15p. If you want to become an Octopus customer, sign up at evnic.com/energy. There's £50 for you, £50 for me if you sign up. But they offer an outgoing rate of 15p a kilowatt hour for export. Now, there is some caveats. If you are an Octopus Go customer, that's their basically EV tariff, you can't have the 15p because there is a risk that you could charge up at 5p your batteries and export at 15p. You can be on Octopus Agile though and export at 15p. There's some clever term caveats there depending on what price plunges are, etc. But you can essentially be an Octopus Agile and this 15p export. But while we're on about Agile, Octopus do a special deal called Octopus Agile Outgoing, and that actually might be a better deal if you've got solar and batteries, because you can play the national grid at basically whatever the wholesaler is. Wholesales can hit £2.50 a kilowatt hour, which means if you can store as much energy as you can in those batteries and export it at a time that suits the grid better rather than when you're producing it, you can earn a much higher reward. But if you want that safe risk, 15p a kilowatt hour is a really good risk. But what about those solar installers that have told you you can't have any more solar? Well, check out this video here, and this will tell you exactly why some engineers tell you you can't have a bigger array than 4 kilowatt hours.